Hello everyone, I am Amit Poddar from Time and I am here to discuss about the changed pattern of CAT 2021. So recently the CAT convener made an important announcement on the reduced number of questions across sections in the CAT examination this year, that is CAT 2021. Which means, unlike the last year, where there were around 76 questions in total to be done in 120 minutes, this year there may be around 65 to 70 questions to be done in 120 minutes, 40 minutes for each section. Or, the questions can be even less than 65, say 62, 63. So that is not known as such. So now, the most important question now is how should students or the aspirants react to this announcement? Now, that's the most important question. Is it just the one change which you're looking at? Oh, that the number of questions, across sections may go down. May go down to some, say, 20 to 23 questions per section to be done in 40 minutes for each section. Is that the only change? Probably, superficially, if you look at, it may look like that. That okay, there's just one change. The reduced number of questions, time remains the same. So let us be happy. Great. Of course, the news is definitely to be happy about. All the aspirants around are really happy and excited that at least they'll be able to attempt a more number of questions than what have happened, last year in CAT 2020. Where there were 76 questions to be done in 120 minutes and people felt that pressure. So yes, so there is definitely one good news that probably the pressure may be less, and I'm using the word probably. Why? Because see, we don't know the difficulty level of the paper. It's not about more questions or say fewer questions. It's not about just that. It's about the difficulty level. So what if the difficulty level goes up? In that case, the number of attempts may go down. And what if the difficulty level goes down, the number of attempts may go up. So let's look at it in that manner, right? So that's one. Second thing, let us look at, the ripple effect. Ripple effect, yes. Please look at it. When you're saying that the number of questions may go down, which means in verbal ability or reading comprehension for that matter, or say data interpretation or LR, logical reasoning section, there may be different sets with more questions and maybe some sets with fewer questions. Same can happen across passages. So there may be 3, 4, 5 passages. We don't know the exact number. Last year there were 4 passages. And this year, what if some passages you find, say, 3 questions, and in some passages you find 5 or 6 questions for that matter. Which means the students can or should choose passages or DILR sets not only based on their comfort level, but also based on the number of questions. So that is very pertinent and very important over here for students to understand. So you need to definitely keep practicing different types of passages with 3 questions or 4 questions or 5 questions. So that's what we have done in our mocks as well. Change the number of questions across sections, of course, and even across passages or even DILR sets. So that is one reaction which we believe that students should definitely look at, while thinking of the CAT 2021 paper. But one thing is very crucial over here that, see, don't go with any preconceived thoughts. A lot of times what happens, we go to the paper and think, okay, the paper should be like this or would be like that. And on that particular day, if we see any change, we are shocked, we are surprised. And we may find it difficult to manage that paper on that day. So please, students, do not go with any preconceived thoughts or preconceived notions. Please don't do that. All of you are in the same boat. Don't worry. If the paper will be tough, it'll be tough for all. If it'll be easy, it'll be easy for all. So please, think in this manner, right? Now, so a lot of students, when the news when was released by the convener, a lot of students, they came to us asking about, okay, the number of questions are going down, which means the difficulty level will go up. I mean, we cannot say that. We cannot exactly say that. And see, difficulty level also varies student to student. I mean, based on your comfort areas, based on your comfort level in different areas, different chapters. So it may not be, wise for any aspirant to, have these kind of preconceived thoughts that, okay, difficulty level will go up, so I'll reduce my attempts. And you go to the paper with this mindset and you attempt fewer questions. I mean, it may not help you much in that case. Just because you thought the paper would be difficult and because of that thought you reduce your number of attempts, that should not be a good idea. So whatever you decide, please decide based on the paper on that particular day. Of course, you need to decide on your number of attempts based on whatever happens on that particular day. So that's what I would like to tell you about the whole news on, the reduced number of questions, right? So be happy about it. You'll have more time per question. That is a good news. In fact, that is one very important, news. So for the next few days, then you should be trying different types of papers, maybe, with some say 60 questions, maybe some paper, maybe some 65 questions or 66 questions, whatever. So try different types of sets or mock papers, I would say. Revise all your notes, whatever you've done already. You should be revising that as well. Look at the mistakes which you normally do. Try to, take corrective actions, right? These things you should be doing. And also remember that on that particular day, you need to scan the paper also. Say whatever 40 minutes you get for, VRC, 40 minutes for DILR, 40 minutes for QA, please try to scan the paper also. Because of this reduced number of questions, there may be some variation. So one needs to know that what is at hand on that particular day. So quickly click on that question paper, icon on the right side of the screen, and then quickly see what's there, in your plate on that day, so that you're clear that, okay, what strategy I'm going to follow. So you may try these things in your mocks as well initially, and of course on that day, the CAT day, the D day, you could try that, right? One last thing. Please have an exit time in your mind, which means while attempting a question, you should always be careful about not spending a lot of time on very difficult questions. So if you are in a way sure that, okay, I'll not be able to manage this question within that time frame of say 1 minute or 2 minutes, so please exit. So it's very difficult to exit, from a question or from a passage, but then, in some cases you need to, kind of move out of it so that you're safe and you're able to do other doable questions. So don't spend a lot of time on very difficult and questions which is beyond your limit. So that exit time is very, very crucial, as a strategy, I would say. So that is what I wanted to talk about.